Hey, Motorman here at Gator Harley Davidson, and I'm about to take this 2020 Heritage out for a test ride. This is the 114 model. Comes with the, you can either get the 107 or the 114 motor on these bikes. And this is the Heritage nostalgia look. Blacked out forks, black rims on it. Comes standard with the windshield and the passing lights. I believe those are LEDs. I'm not positive, but I believe they are. This is an excellent blend of the old and the new. Beautiful motorcycle. I've always liked this style. 1940s or early 50s look. This bike comes with ABS and a security system. It's got a 26-inch seat height. Very low to the ground. 64-inch wheelbase, 30-degree rake. That should make it a very maneuverable motorcycle. Again, about a 28-degree lean angle. That means it's at least 4 degrees better than the older model. The Softail Heritage was pretty bad. I think they were like 24. Seemed like if you sneezed, you were scraping the boards on those. Let's take a look inside the bags. They are removable fairly easily. A couple of bolts. Decent size. And of course, you've got a passenger pillion on this bike where you could actually ask your wife to get on there and take a ride. I don't know about cross country, but of course, Harley's got some great touring seats you can add to these bikes, but this is a nostalgia look to it. Bags look great on here. You know, when the bags are made for the motorcycle, it does make a big difference. So, all right, let's go for a ride. First thing I notice on this bike, the seating position is different. It's more traditional touring style. It's got mini ape hangers. They put your hands in a pretty good position, and of course, because they have so much pullback, you could adjust these down further to fit you. If you're a shorter rider, you want to get a little more leverage. Simply loosen a couple of bolts, and you're all set. No more heel shifters on the Harleys. Strictly toe shifters. Heel shifter is now optional. I kind of prefer the heel shifter. Mainly because that's what I got used to. I just got off a 107 motorcycle, and I could definitely feel the low-end torque is for sure even better on the 114 motor. This is a very upright riding position. My hands are, I'd like those bars for my bike. I'd adjust them down closer to my chest. That would be a more comfortable position for me. And if you're a taller rider, of course, you could adjust them forward quite a bit. The windshield's doing a really good job blocking the wind on this cold, windy Florida day. And I know what you're going to say. Right now here in Florida, it's about 49 degrees. But I'm going to hear in the comment section, well, you should ride up here on the Canadian border in New York. It's 127 below zero, and I'm still out there riding. Yeah, I'm not buying that. I've been here in Florida for 42 years because I like the warmer weather. I like days like this. Actually, it's a nice break from the summer months and our summer months last 6 months long, of 95 degrees. So crisp, dry 45, 50-degree day is just fine for me. Nice soft ride on this motorcycle, almost plush. These motors on the Softail line are solid mounted, but they are counterbalanced, so virtually no vibration is getting through to the handlebars or the seat or the floorboards. As I said, 28-degree lean angle, not bad. 28 or 28 and a half, I think. Much better than the old Heritage, which I love the looks over, but man, they had virtually no lean angle at all. I'd get on one of those bikes in my class and ride through one of the exercises, totally amazed that nobody in the class is scraping the hell out of the floorboards on them, because the slightest lean and they'd scrape the ground. And this bike has the stock Harley exhaust. It sounds fine. .30-degree rake. That puts the front tire out there a bit. Makes it a little bit better at highway speeds and slightly less maneuverable at low speeds. Now, I have taken one of these bikes through a 18 by 36 figure 8, scraping the hell out of the floorboards, but it did make it, so yeah, it's still plenty maneuverable at low speeds. Let's go over some bumps here. Oh yeah, nice ride. Single shock mounted under the rear seat. That's all you need. I could see riding 2 up on this bike, no problem, doing some cruising. Well, that windshield's doing its job. I can feel a little wind up underneath here, but it's not blasting me in the face or buffeting my helmet. That's a good thing. So for my size, my height, that windshield is just fine. Cruise control also standard on this motorcycle. Personally, I don't use cruise control. I've had it on the last 3 bikes I've owned, and maybe used it once or twice. I've been through this curve a little while ago, and there's some sand there, so I'm going to slow it way down. Always look ahead of your motorcycle. Scan up, down, left, right. This is a beautiful ride. If you want to test ride a motorcycle and you live within 100 miles of Gator Harley Davidson, that's the place to go, because it's a great place to test ride a motorcycle, and they'll let you ride any model you want. Bigger front tire on this bike than, say, the Sport Glide. Steering is slightly slower. Average person wouldn't even notice that. Now, if I compare the smoothness of this motorcycle versus, say, a Road King is slightly smoother with its rubber-mounted motor. Certainly this is nothing objectionable. Like I said, this is a bike you can get on and ride. I'd do a 1,000-mile day on this motorcycle. Maybe even 2 up if the passenger isn't carrying too much junk. Of course, you could always add a tour pack or some soft bags to tie onto that sissy bar. This bike should come with crash bars. The Heritage line never has. You always had to pay extra for that, which I don't know. I don't think that's right. Crash bars should be standard on just about any cruiser motorcycle. This bike with the 114 motor is right around 20,000, maybe slightly less. And I believe they're still making the 107 model, which is about $1,500 less money. And if you don't want or need the extra power, maybe that's a better buy. I'd go for the 114. Security system standard, ABS standard. This is a bike ready for any kind of ride right out the showroom. Either around town or across the country. In the summertime, you can just pop that windshield right off. If you want to go naked, you can take off the saddlebags. I believe there's 3 bolts to get those off. And these bikes look great with or without the saddlebags. Unlike the touring bikes, the Road King, you can take the saddlebags off easily. There's too much bracketry left behind to make the bike look good. This bike has come a long way, the Heritage, the soft tail line from just a few years ago. And it's a major improvement over what they were. They weren't bad before, but they're a lot better now. Takes the turns really nice. Something I couldn't say about the older model Softail Heritage. I'd take this up to the Dragon any day. It has a very light feel to this motorcycle. You wouldn't know it weighed 700 pounds. And the weight, of course, if you know the proper techniques, the weight doesn't mean anything. But for the average rider, you're not going to muscle this bike around, and you shouldn't be, but it's very easy to ride. It feels great. Got plenty of lean angle handles. Handles wonderful for a nostalgic looking motorcycle like this. It may look old, but it's handling wise, power wise, vibration wise, is brand new. I don't think there's anybody making better cruiser style motorcycles than Harley Davidson. Couldn't say that years ago, but I can say that with confidence now. I'll throw in that Indian is also doing an excellent job with their cruiser motorcycles. And ride both, see which one you like better. There's a little scrape. I'm going to back into this parking space, but with the low seat height, no problem. Got plenty of leverage. My feet are flat on the ground, and like I said, I'm 5'7". So till next time, take yourself a test ride on a Heritage. You'll enjoy it.